because we are about to get all into that. Colleagues, did you see what happened with Mark Sanchez this weekend? Tori, I will give you a little backstory on
Is he
this.
a quarterback really quick? He's a
He
quarterback?
was a quarterback
Okay.
for the New York Jets. He had worked his way up and was a famous broadcaster. He was supposed to be calling a game this Sunday.
And
This apparently,
he's also dated lots of like Hollywood women.
yes, he went to USC. So, he's good looking USC quarterback on the NFL. He's cleaning up. He actually dated a friend of ours. So we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
I think I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do. If the colleagues think hard enough, they probably know too. But yeah, my backstory with this story is my girl's out of town, and I was reading her. I was like, did you hear that Mark Sanchez got stabbed? And I'm just reading her the story, and I'm like, it was hard to read. And as soon as something's hard to read, that should be straightforward, these wheels get spinning. I'm like, uh-oh, this sounds like some bullshit. This sounds like some bullshit. Because I was on the phone with Sarah, and I was like, she was like, what? And I was like, these words don't make sense. If somebody is stabbed walking to their hotel, that's a pretty straightforward story to write, Tori. But as soon as I saw his family would request privacy at this time, I was like,
I know.
So, Tori, do you know about this story? Do you want me to break it down really quickly?
Let me give what I think is just the short version is Mark Sanchez just I don't know why. Maybe he heard some trash talk, but he just beat up terribly this gentleman. And in order to save his life in self-defense, I believe he was 69 years old, has a knife and stabbed him to protect himself. Is that wrong?
That's real wrong. That's what the narrative was. And I think that's so interesting because the reason that he's been brought up on felony battery. How many people do you know get stabbed and they get
right? That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Here's what happened. He was in the back of a hotel for whatever reason. This is late night, Saturday night. We'll circle back to the back of the hotel in a second. The 69-year-old man is a guy that comes into these hotels and swaps out the cooking oil.
Oh,
so they have fresh oil to cook with, for the next day.
Oh, wow.
And so he's a 69-year-old guy. He had hearing aids. He rolls up, and Mark Sanchez is back there. He doesn't know who the F Mark Sanchez is. It's the middle of the night. He don't care. He's back there, and Mark Sanchez is like, you can't park here. And he's like, what? And he's like, you need to move your truck. And he's like, I got cooking grease to who are you? They get into a tussle. Apparently, Mark Sanchez is shit-faced.
I hear he's drunk.
He's drunk. They get into a tussle. This guy pepper sprays Mark Sanchez. Now, people are saying, why do you have pepper spray? When you have to work in the middle of the night by yourself in a truck, you are a sitting duck, literally. So this guy had pepper spray. He pepper sprayed Mark Sanchez. Didn't do nothing. What drug is that, boo? Because pepper spray works on bears. So what are you doing?
You gotta clip that. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, so he pepper sprays him. That does nothing. Mark Sanchez keeps coming. The guy runs away. Mark Sanchez chases him down. They get in a tussle. The guy pulls his knife, his last line of defense.
Right, I said self-defense.
And yes, he stabbed Mark Sanchez, but Mark Sanchez, we're not going to show the photo. But I went down a Reddit rabbit hole and saw the photo. I mean, the guy's cheek has
in a neck brace.
He's in a neck brace, and he's got a gash on his cheek that will be a lifelong scar. I mean, his cheek is as opened as if you used like a surgical knife on it.
My God, it went through his cheek. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, so
did Sanchez get the knife somehow?
Well, a lot of I think we watched knife fights and stabbings on TV, and they're clean with beautiful actors.
Right, but usually it's like messy.
Somebody stabs, and then somebody goes, ooh, and then they lean up. Think about in the kitchen if I was waving a knife around,
right?
And you were close to me, I'd probably get you, but I'd get
Right.
myself. I'd hit myself.
Right.
Like when there's
Right.
a knife and people are fighting for it, like
Yeah.
you're gonna cut your hand a lot of times.
That's
I'm at
right.
defensive wounds. Knives don't care where they lacerate, so that's why
Right.
they were both so cut up.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
but this guy, he did enough to get Sanchez off of him. But I mean, he was in bad shape. Sanchez apparently stumbled into a bar, which tells you what his mind was at. He gets stabbed and went right back to the bar. And so, like,
Wow.
yeah, so he had to go into surgery. And when I saw these photos, I was like, oh, this ain't no misdemeanor.
Oh, no,
This
he's up for, like, 4 years in prison.
Yeah, this is, and I know he's going to get a good lawyer, but his
No, but
career
there's
is
video,
over.
Al, there's video.
Yeah. Michael Dean doesn't have it, does he?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so, but
Yeah,
there's
I think
video.
there is video. We don't need to see that. But Tori, let me ask you this, because this is what my friend Katie, because she and I were talking about it. What do you think he was doing back there behind that hotel?
Yeah, something nefarious.
At
Maybe
first,
cocaine.
that's what I think. I think
It sounds
he
like
got.
it.
I think he got, tuned up with the little nose candy,
Little
went
ski
through
slope.
it.
Ski
Yeah,
slope.
he kept skiing but ran out of snow, and his
My God.
re-up was gonna come. Why would you care where an oil truck parked, except if you were waiting for another car to park there?
Totally.
That's what I think. That's why he was like, you got to move your truck. I'm waiting on Rico. He's coming back. And it's like, I think that's why he was back there. And that explains,
Totally.
because when people are on certain kinds of drugs like angel dust, this is all allegedly, there's certain drugs, PCP, that make you, that's when like it takes like 8 cops to hold down a regular looking
Totally.
guy. You
You're
have
like an animal.
superhuman strength. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that the pepper spray wasn't enough, and not only did he get pepper spray, but he also sought after and continued to chase after this guy.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more to this story that is going to come out.
And there's video cameras everywhere, y'all, at hotels. So I'm sure it's all on video.
Yeah.
Just Me had a good point, or maybe he was just puking. Once again, speculation before the facts. I appreciate that. Very good point. But you know what? That's what our job is. So
yes, but and get it. Just puking behind a hotel is one thing.
yeah.
But let me ask, who said that? Julia?
No, just me.
Oh, just me. Just me. Do you think your boy Al Jackson hasn't puked behind some buildings?
Or your girl Tori Shulman.
Yeah. Do you think there hadn't been some building pukings? You think that had to happen? Yeah. And I've never then had an issue with the parking situation.
Or your boy Michael D. Michael D.
Yes,
said.
exactly. And so, like, throwing up. First of all, if you're throwing up, that means that you're so sick that you cannot
Yeah.
physically do anything but convulse.
Yeah.
Not only would you not be concerned with a truck and where it's parked, but the occupants in it.
Mm-hmm.
To the fact that he confronted this person, removed them from their truck, and then tried to move the truck, because he's also charged with trying to move a vehicle. He tried to get it. He got in the car. Tori, he was on a mission.
Did Fox not? Michael Dean just said, should Fox fire him? Is he not fired? I guess these are alleged.
These are alleged, but he's fired. Look,
He
you
has
guys
to
know
be
how
fired.
you know how contracts work. That's like if a radio host went on the air and used a slur.
It's
they
a morality
can't fire
clause.
you that day. What they say is, the Alan Torrey show is on paid leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're exhausted.
Yeah. We're gonna have a little chit chat while our lawyers shuffle on in here and figure out. Yeah, his career's over. Because
he just
when
killed
those
it.
photos surface.
Oh my God, it's terrible. Someone keeps calling him a butt fumble. Is that a play that he did? Apparently
he has a famous play when he was the quarterback of the New York Jets. He was running with the ball and ran into his center's ass, and he fumbled the ball.
Oh, butt fumble.
And it's called the butt fumble.
Oh,
and it lived with him his whole life.
Wow. Okay, so now this and okay, wow.
Yeah, so
we
no one will be talking about the butt fumble anymore.
So again, we wish this victim all the best. We are not ignoring the fact that there's a victim here who tried to save his life. Allegedly, all this is alleged. Again, he's not been convicted. He's just been charged. So that is crazy. That is insane.